Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I think I'm on the edge of some kind of existential crisis here. I'm not gonna lie. Um, okay, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Virgo, what I've got for you here. Now your card is traditionally the Hermit card in the tarot. So as I was kind of pulling it, I was looking for the Knight of Pentacles and I saw the Seven of Pentacles and I was thinking how this is really kind of your energy. You are quite slow moving sometimes, Virgo. It's like you like to have a bit of a plan. You like to sow the seeds of the future. You like to you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. It's like slow and steady wins the race kind of energy with you sometimes. What I was getting immediately is like the two things I was getting immediately as I was pulling these cards and moving into your energy was don't get overwhelmed and don't slow down to the point of not moving anymore. Don't it's like keep moving, right? One step in front of the other, keep plodding on. So you can see like the hermit on the hermit card, he's lighting the path in front of him, he's looking down at his feet. It's like one day at a time, one step at a time. Okay, this is kind of what was coming through. So again, Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving, slow and steady wins the race. The Seven of Pentacles, what I was getting from this was like stepping stones. You can see that he's got one on the floor there. So I was seeing like stepping stones in a garden, or like stepping stones to cross a river. So there's something coming through already, like immediately as I kind of started tuning into your energy about feeling overwhelmed, having some kind of momentous task in front of you, or feeling like there's some kind of obstacle you can't overcome, or just feeling like there's something you want to do, but it's so big. It's like the thought of having to tackle this big thing is just overwhelming, but it stops you moving. So very, very strong message, Virgo, to keep plodding on, right? Like one step at a time, baby steps, one foot in front of the other, like literally like just look at the next thing you have to do. So I don't know if you were applying to go to university and it's just like I can't even, that's like the concept's so overwhelming. Where am I going to live? Who am I going to live with? What's the coursework going to be like? It's like you could get so overwhelmed that you just wouldn't do it. But what would you have to do first? The first thing you would have to do would be like I don't know, check out universities online, right? Like you can do that. It's a small task. Like just look at universities online, see which one you like the look of. What's the next thing? Have a look at the application. Have a look at the courses. Okay, no pressure. It's like no pressure. One step at a time. Kind of like literally like eyes down. Just do the thing that's directly in front of you, like one step at a time. So I was already getting this, right? Already getting this. I'm just going to very quickly run through the things that I got, and then we're going to come back to this theme because this is exactly what was coming through for you. So overnight, some of the things that I got through was Everything's Changed by Ed Sheeran and Taylor, not Taylor Parks, the other Taylor Swift. So that could be meaningful to you. Peaches, going to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. I know it's a bit rude, that song. I know it has like sexual connotations, but I got such a huge craving for peaches in the middle of the night. It's like I just wanted to get up and go and see if I had any tinned peaches in the cupboards. I actually have mandarins. I was so tempted to get up and eat the mandarins just to kind of like quench that craving, but I didn't. I had them for lunch today. But it's so funny because I had a craving for I think it was Capricorn as well. Yeah, it was for asparagus. It was like I have to get asparagus. So I don't know if somebody's pregnant, but I'm getting these like weird cravings for like random foods. Next, I got the song Tomorrow Never Came by Lana Del Rey. Particularly Tiny Dancer seemed to stand out to me, which is obviously an Elton John song, but there could be something there for somebody. And then as I woke up this morning, it was like I was watching this woman perform. Like I could hear the song, I could see her singing. It was like I was watching a music video, but this music video, as far as I can find, doesn't exist. I don't know this song, and I can't make up songs like that. I can't like I don't know. I'm not that good at music to be able to like make up a whole song, and I can't remember the tune, I'm afraid, but the exact words that she was singing, and it was so clear. She said it twice, right? she said, I think that it is a friend that is lonely. I think that it is a friend that is lonely. Now, I tried Googling the lyrics. I can't find this song. It seemed to me like it was a cover. So she was singing it very slowly. You know when people take a cover and they sing it kind of acoustic and very slowly? It was very beautiful. She had a very beautiful voice. It was very melancholic. And she had very blonde hair, a bit like Blondie, the singer. And it was like a very slow cover. She may have had an Irish lilt to her voice, like American Irish maybe, possibly. I'm not quite sure on that one. But yeah, very, very nice song. Don't know what it is. Right, so what have I got? Yeah, beware of stagnation, keep moving forwards, baby steps, stepping stones, forgiveness is freedom. Now this is, my son was, while I was getting ready to do your reading, my son was doing an RE lesson and religious education lesson, like as part of his Google Classroom. Like, it's just part of the education system. They teach all different religions. They don't teach any specific one. So it's just an awareness of different people, right? So they were teaching him a parable from the Bible, I believe. It was called the parable of the unforgiving servant. Now, I don't really know it. I wasn't listening closely enough to have got the gist of that one, but it could be relevant to you somehow. But you are strongly getting a religious theme to your reading now. I don't know if it's because my son was in his RE lesson, or it's just, there's no such thing as coincidence. So I was like, literally, right, it's unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. I was literally getting this stepping stone business as I tuned into your reading. And then the song that they gave me, right, it's like unbelievable. The song that they gave me, it just popped into my head, was When You Believe by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, which is literally from a movie about Moses. Like, I couldn't believe, like, When You Believe, I literally couldn't believe it, right? I'm going back to like early last year when I started to get all the intuitive stuff, and I was like, am I going crazy? Is this really happening? And then I'd get all the confirmation from outside of me, and I'm like, okay, I believe it now. Like, that's kind of what's happening to me. I'm being thrust back to that point. It's like, and I don't know what this is, because I don't subscribe to any specific religion. For me, it's all one thing. It's all part of the universe, right? So again, like, whatever your belief system is, everybody's welcome here. I just want everybody to be respectful of each other. But it's like, I'm not trying to convert you, but I think the messages that are coming through are trying to convert me. Okay, like, yeah, okay. Apparently, I believe in religion now. Yeah. When you've been, I'm laughing and joking, but honestly, like, I'm so overwhelmed right now. So the song When You Believe by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. Now, they gave me a little tiny bit of it, and at first I thought it was Christina Aguilera, and I looked it up and I was like shocked. I was like, I can't believe this is like actually the song that they gave me. So I've got some of the lyrics down here, and I can't believe that it's like, again, it's a song that I've not heard for ages. When I first got a line of it, I didn't make the connection with it's literally being the story about what's happening with you here. And then I listened to the song and I was reading the lyrics, and I was like, that is exactly what I was picking up. It's like confirmation of what I was picking up. So, although we know there's much to fear, we are moving mountains, right? You can move the mountains, Virgo. Although we know there's much to fear, we're moving. It's like you've got this momentous task in front of you, and there's all this fear with it, but it's like, you have to hold on to your hopes and dreams. You have to believe. So then there's another line that says, who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. So it's like, you may not be able to see the route. You may not know how you're going to do something. You may have a big task in front of you. And it's like, just do it one step at a time. Don't overthink it, because that gets you into that stagnation energy, right? One step at a time. You can do it if you can believe you can do it. You're like the little engine that could. They just gave me that. The little engine that could. What else? They were showing me a fulcrum, like literally showing me a fulcrum. So from that I was getting, and Hannibal's elephants. Now, I swear that came through for somebody else's reading, but I can't for the life of me think who it was. I've changed notebooks, so I can't look back at my old notes unless I go and dig that out. But yeah, somebody else got this story about Hannibal, the Carthaginian, and he herded elephants through I think it's the Carpathian Mountains, into Rome. So he was at war with Rome, and he did the impossible. He brought elephants to Rome. It was thought to be impossible, but he did it. And elephants, obviously, they move one step at a time. Be interesting to see if the elephant card comes out up there. So, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill, right? Like, it's like that Aquarius reading last week where it's like, I think it was Aquarius. Might not have been. I'm saying Aquarius because it was the star card, and star card is Aquarius, but it may have been like any of those tail end signs. But I was getting hope in the box, and literally at the end of the reading, at the end of the session, I went to put some cards away, and there was one card left in there, and I shook it out, and it was the star card, which symbolises hope. Hope was still in the box, right? It's like, maybe they were just trying to tell me hope is in the box, but it's like Pandora's box. Like, she shut the box and hope remained inside. Hope for humanity. Like, I don't know what this is, but like, hold on to the hope. Though it's frail, it's hard to kill. Believe in the miracles, and you can move mountains. It's a very inspiring reading. So I was also kind of getting something about accessibility. Perhaps you are creating some kind of accessibility for others, making something that's difficult easier for other people. There could be something to do with division of the labour. I'm hearing the crows outside. I've got my window open for the first time in ages because it's actually warm enough to do that now. I can see the crow. So the Six of Pentacles fell out, which is to do with division of the labour. So something to do with, the Hermit card, you work alone. The Seven of Pentacles, he's doing this garden alone. So it may be that you need to recruit some more people to help you with a workload, something like this. Or I also got, like with a fulcrum, it spreads the weight to make it easier. So it's almost like that literally is a fulcrum, right? It could be. And this staff, right? They've both got a staff. Maybe somebody has a walking stick, but it's like literally like the fulcrum can help you move things. You may just be literally like have a big stone in your garden. You're like, I can't lift it. Get a fulcrum. Like, there you go. That's the answer. So then the first song that randomized for you, and you're not going to believe the second song that randomized for you again on Spotify, like, it blew my mind. The first song that you got those, I nearly called you Stereophonics, Virgo, was from the Stereophonics, and it was Have a Nice Day. Virgo, just have a nice day. It's like, stop overthinking, take it one day at a time, try not to get stuck in stagnation, and just literally, like, the universe is like, Virgo, just try and enjoy yourself, like, one day at a time, right? But there is a bit of an underlying kind of cynicism with that song. Now, unbelievably, the other song that randomized for you on Spotify, and I wish that it did it on camera, but it didn't. When I was getting that When You Believe, Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston, I was thinking about the song that randomized for you, which is Trust in You by Lauren Daigle, and it fucking randomized. There's a line in that song that says, when you don't move the mountains, I needed you to move. I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm really like overwhelmed by these readings at the moment. When you don't move the mountains, I needed you to move. I will trust in you. So it's just like, believe in the miracles, hold on to hope, believe in the miracles, have faith that you're in the right place at the right time, and you're where you need to be, and just take those baby steps forward towards your goals. Like, keep the hope alive, don't get despondent, don't get stuck in stagnation. And then, as if that wasn't enough, like, I felt the need to swap out the decks. Usually I've been using, I can't see, it's not handy, the Tarot of the Familiars here, but I've swapped it out to the In-Between Tarot because it's got like a bit of a historical theme to it, which I thought might be relevant. It kind of like called to me. That's my neighbours. And then, excuse me a second. Just then, one of the bin collection vehicles decided to come as well, so you can probably hear them banging away in the background. An interruption to communication. Mercury in retrograde is definitely having its fun with us, isn't it? Just as I'm about to talk about this guy who was on the bottom of this deck. Oh, look, and the Muse underneath, and Archangel Michael. That's literally the what I call the energy that supports my readings. Okay, so maybe I'm the Muse, maybe this is a message to me. I don't know, but I'm going to read it for you as well because Archangel Gabriel has shown up in your reading. Yeah, randomly decided to use the Akashic Tarot. I also used it for Leo, I think, yesterday. So you and Leo are a bit special this week. You're getting an extra deck. So I'm going to read this for you because it may have some meaning to you. For me, personally, I did again, like, it's so bizarre because I don't think of myself as being particularly, like, religious. But I mean, definitely, like, they're trying to convince me here. But I did a reading last night as I was going to bed, and I was overwhelmed by it. It was like, it was all about life, death, rebirth, all this kind of stuff. So if you are interested in that, you want to check it out, it's one of my Tell Me Anything readings, a random reading. It's been up in the last couple of days, and I call it something like Life, Death and Rebirth, like, does what it says on the tin, right? So if you're into that, go and watch that. But honestly, I was scared. I was scared of uploading that because you know, religion, the belief in what happens after death, you know, death is a touchy subject for so many people, and I was very, very scared of uploading it. I was scared of the consequences of uploading it. I was scared that people would think badly of me, or, you know, disagree with me, or be angry at me, or that I just got scared that it may cause problems for me. But I truly believe that I get these messages for a reason. And if I get something that comes through very, very strongly, I really feel like it's come through because I'm meant to communicate it to somebody. Somebody's meant to hear it. Like, that's my job, right? I'm like, well, not the muse, but the Oracle of Delphi card kind of comes out sometimes. I always think that's me. I'm being the Oracle when I do this. I'm not saying, I don't want to, like, sound egotistical. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's like a servant type of thing. It's like my job is to communicate these messages because for some reason this has happened to me and I'm meant to talk about stuff. Like, I don't earn any money from this. I've got no ulterior motives. It's just literally interesting to me, and I feel like I'm supposed to communicate it. So I posted it, come what may, and, you know, I will trust in you. So yeah, Archangel Michael, he is here. Archangel Gabriel's here. Again, these are just the names for the energies for me. If you want to see them as literal angels, then, you know, absolutely take it that way. If you just want to see it as a name for an energy, you can take it that way as well. Like, whatever you want to do, you know, whatever works for you. So I'm going to read it for you. Archangel Gabriel. Upright. Gabriel is the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpets and scroll, as well as two gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. So maybe watch out for seeing pairs of sparrows, or other small birds, they're telling me. On his chest he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a powerful connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counselling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavours, or YouTube, lol. But no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. Okay, I always ask for Archangel Michael to guide the reading, so apparently Archangel Gabriel is coming in as well today. Okay, reversed. I'm going to read the reverse because this might be something that somebody's struggling with. Gabriel appearing reversed indicates that you may be having a difficult time when communication is concerned, like when cars go past when you're trying to do a video. You're not speaking out for yourself, or you're filling your own mind with negative words. Yeah, I'd say that's very what I'm picking up on here about it's almost self-sabotage, like creating roadblocks for yourself, telling yourself you can't do something. So it's saying don't do that. This could be a life lesson for you, something you've needed to change for a long time. Gabriel is a powerful force that can bring divine love and courage to your expression, and his help is yours for the asking. It's up to you to reach out to this wonderful angel who's always available and willing to help. So it could just symbolize a spirit guide for you, or an energy that's a helpful energy, or a manifestation technique, whatever it is for you, okay? Ask for help with communication if you need it. Let his peaceful yet powerful presence fill you with courage now. This angel has been a friend to your soul throughout the history of the Akashic Records. This time of confusion or disruption in communication is a perfect opportunity. So Mercury, I say that's talking about Mercury in retrograde. It's for like a month. It's like for the entirety of February, more or less. This time of confusion or disruption in communication is a perfect opportunity to reawaken yourself to that profound friendship and to your worthiness and power to express yourself and speak your truth. So figure out what you need to say, meditate on Gabriel's loving presence, and start to get comfortable hearing your own positive and powerful voice. It's time to speak up, not shut up. Okay, obviously these readings are just designed to help you to do some self-reflection and figure out, you know, what's best in your own circumstances. So absolutely kind of, do you know what, I'm keeping them out. I'm keeping those cards out for your reading. I feel like they want to stay out. I'm going to put them at the top so you won't be able to see them, but I will. You know, hopefully they're going to help guide this reading and give us some the information that we need to hear, right? And I say we because we're all on a journey. We all have, you know, Virgo is going to affect all of our charts at one point or another as the planets move around the sky. You know, maybe your ruling planet goes into Virgo. You know, if you're not, you know, typically, I don't know why you're here if you don't have Virgo in your chart, but you know, it's good to know what the planets are up to and to work with those energies. So if you do want to check out your full birth chart and have a personalized horoscope, which is very, very detailed. I'm not affiliated. This is not an ad. It's just the service that I found very, very informative. There is a link in the description box down below for Cafe Astrology or Astrology Cafe, and they have a free natal chart service that I absolutely recommend you go and look up. It's a lot of information. Again, it is overwhelming, but like baby steps, maybe just look up one placement a day. So where's your Mars sign? Have a look. Where's your Venus sign? Have a look. So Lilith and South Node and North Node are also really, really important, I feel, especially if you're doing like you know, soul life work. Those ones are really key to look up. So Virgo, I'm just gonna, I need to randomize you a song. I'm all over the place. Archangel Gabriel, I need your help right now. I'm talking absolute nonsense. Now, it's 14:14 on the timestamp there. Look, so yeah, look out for repeating numbers. It was also 13:13 when I sat down to start doing your reading today. As I say, my son was working, so I had to kind of wait. But yeah, watch out for repeating numbers. So Beyonce is here. She you can take this song, it's Sweet Dreams by Beyonce. It was just the first song that randomized when I pulled up Spotify as I was prepping, but maybe there's something in there for you. I'm going to stick all the songs into the description box down below for you so you can look them up and see if there's anything there that prompts any further thinking. But let's see. So Virgo, 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 Virgo. A song for Virgo's reading today. What does Virgo need to know, please? Hello, Darkness, my old friend. The Sound of Silence by Gemma Johnson. Yeah, definitely going into that hermit energy, aren't you? Like, it's funny because there's a line in that you will when you believe, where she's talking about I might have to shut my window, it's getting really noisy, isn't it? So that is talking about covers as well. This is a cover of The Sound of Silence by, is it Simon and Garfunkel? That came out for that other reading as well that I did this morning with the, I think, did it? I don't know, I'm getting myself confused now. I've lost track of what I'm saying. Archangel Gabriel, help me with words. Words are hard. What I'm trying to say, hang on, let me just get her name right. Oh my goodness, Mercury in retrograde is going to be a bugger, isn't it, throughout February? What I'm trying to say is that in When You Believe by Mariah, Carey and Whitney Houston, there is a line where she's talking about talking to the darkness or praying to the darkness. There's no, like, it's like, does anyone hear me? Something like this. And then you've got the sound of silence. So let me just quickly look up the lyrics to When You Believe as well. Maybe you've had some kind of wish, or you've told some kind of secret to the universe, but it's just between you and, you and the darkness, you and the night, you and God, if you believe in God. Something you've never told anybody, but you've only, you've only said it in silence. So it says, many nights we've prayed with no proof that anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. God, these readings are really getting to me this week. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proves in vain, hope seems like the summer bird too swiftly blown away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart's so full I can't explain, right? Seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. Yeah, you've got something to communicate. Something you feel like it's not really, you've got a lot of doubts about it. You think maybe it's not really possible, but it's a wish of yours. You're being told to start making steps towards communicating some sort of truth. Right, okay, Virgo. Who is Virgo in their fairy tale story, please? Who is Virgo in their fairy tale story? Who is Virgo in their fairy tale story? It's not me to be all up in my emotions. It's very strange energy this week for me. Who is Virgo in their own fairy tale story, please? Here we go. We've got one. What did I say about sharing the workload? You've got expectations on the underline there. Don't seek anyone's approval. Don't seek anyone's approval. Yeah, you've got to be bold. You've got to be confident here with something. And share the workload. Literally, that's what I was saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm not making any of this up. Like, the coincidences aren't coincidences, and there's so many at the moment. It's amazing. I was literally saying share the workload. I mean, that's part of your sign. You are a team player. It's funny because you're the hermit, but you're also, I mean, I've had a lot of Virgos in my life, because, you find that you sometimes gravitate towards certain signs, or you have a lot of friends who are a certain sign, and then you can't really think of people who are like from other signs. So the Virgos I've always known are very much like part of the team. Leadership feels a little bit uncomfortable to them. Like, they don't want to be seen as above anyone else. They want to be seen as a team player, like at least all the Virgos that I know. So it's something here I don't mean to be rude to the lady on the card, but it literally is what I was saying about spreading the weight with like a fulcrum, right? Like, yeah, like spread the load, spread the work that you have to do, or the responsibilities that are on your shoulders, or this thing about moving mountains. It's like, it is possible, but you may need to tap into some kind of support network here. You just have to believe. So Feather, think first before you judge. Let's find out what the book actually has to say, because we're going to get a bit more in depth here. We're going to get some more information, I feel. Absolutely, like working as part of a team to make something happen. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters, or brothers, sisters, however people identify? Did you commit to lifting up one of your soul tribe, only to drop them down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other people are your competition, and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first, instead of acting rashly. I'm just going to show you that. Like, again, there's so many consistencies here. Like, you can read that yourself. It literally says, you believe, right? And it also said about, like, think first before you judge, and then your expectations of others. Perhaps your expectations of others are too high. Do you judge? An aspect of your sign, Virgo, is that Virgo has a tendency, again, other placements may contradict this, but kind of like typical Virgo energy is having very high ideals, really putting people up on a pedestal, and really striving to live an idealized life. Again, I've got so many Virgo friends, and this is such a common trait with them. There's this real need for Virgo, usually, to really want to impress others. You may go out of your way to kind of like look good in public. You know, you may have a very polished social media presence, something like this. It really matters to you what other people think of you. You really want to be, you know, accepted by the group, by the tribe, by the community, by friends, by colleagues. Again, you may have placements within your chart that make you rebel against that. Like, it's like a contradiction possibly there for you. But this is saying, like, don't hold people to impossible ideals. Accept others for their faults, and accept, you know, your own failures as well. Don't try to strive for perfection, because perfection is an ideal. It's impossible for anyone to be perfect 100% of the time. We're all slightly flawed, right? What was this? There's a line in a song that was beautiful. I can't remember what it was now, but I called one of my readings it. It was like perfectly flawed or something like that. Perfectly flawed. So celebrate the flaws. Celebrate the things that, you know, if we were all ideal, we'd be boring. We'd all be exactly the same. We might as well be robots, right? So celebrate the flaws. Celebrate the flaws, because the flaws are what makes us human. So there's something about humanity here. And it's interesting, the lesson that my son was doing was all around forgiveness, acceptance, forgiveness, inclusivity. So again, there could be something to do here with flaws, where you're doing something where you're creating some sort of accessibility, because you are quite a caring sign as well. You know, look at, you know, here with Archangel Michael, like looking after the children. It's like this is another thing with my Virgo friends. It's like having very high ideals, but also having this urge to kind of take people who are a little bit broken under your wing, to try and fix them, to try and guide them and show them the way. So there's something here to do with, like, maybe people who have some kind of disability, or some kind of something that's happened in their life, some kind of trauma, and you really want to kind of make something accessible for them. It's like these people who normally fall to the wayside, you want them to be included. So there's a few different things coming through there. So take anything that resonates and leave anything that doesn't. But interestingly enough, what's underneath that, again, is be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself first, right? There's something to do with communication, something that you've only told the darkness, right? A fear of speaking, a fear of secrets coming out, something like this. So I'm going to bob those back because they didn't come out. This is the card that came out for you, so this is the main one that they want to talk about. So feather, I really like, it's light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board, isn't it? It's from I know it from The Craft. But yeah, it's like sharing the workload, and think before you judge. Acceptance. The person that you're going to meet is the unicorn. Like, there can be miracles when you believe. Literally, the unicorn would be a miracle, right? It's not the stingrays on the underline there. There can be miracles when you believe, Virgo. I hope that you're not looking for a unicorn sexually. I mean, do you know what? Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do, Virgo. But for most of you, this is symbolising it's in the placement for somebody that you're going to meet on your journey. It's like the sort of person that you never thought really existed. It's like your unicorn. It's your perfect. I feel like it's with this tendency to idealize and to have people who are like, you know, holding people to impossible standards. It's almost like that person's going to walk into your life and you thought, I never thought this would be possible. How is this person here in front of me? It says something, doesn't it, where it's like, but now I'm standing here in front of you in that song. It's like, no, this person exists. Like your dream person, like your dream man, your dream woman, your dream person, like they've manifested into your life. You are, one of your cards is the Magician, shared with Gemini. So it's like you've made a wish in the darkness and manifested it. Like this is literally someone you're going to meet on your journey. So I'm excited for your reading. This is looking pretty amazing. But the trick is you have to believe, Virgo. You have to not. Your mind's kind of analytical and quite critical. So don't look for flaws, right? Let the universe bring you a miracle and stop trying to look for the holes in it, right? Stop looking for the weak points and enjoy the miracle that's trying to come your way, right? Don't ruin it for yourself. Don't bloody ruin it for yourself, Virgo. Look, the gem in the underlying could be dealing with a Libra. The gem talks about the diamond heart, which is a really nice Libra reading I did once, where it's like this person, I feel like this person, doesn't have to be Libra. The story of the diamond heart, the meaning of it for me, is it's somebody who's done a lot of inner work. They've really gone in and done a huge amount of shadow work. They've kind of ascended. They've become a better person. They've got a huge amount of self-acceptance. So again, this could be you finding that self-acceptance within yourself, and they're letting the true colours show, like the Cyndi Lauper song, right? I'm going to write that down for you as well. Yeah, they're shining the true colours and they're unashamed. It's like, this is who I am. Could be something here to do with sexuality. It's like, this is who I am. I'm not ashamed of myself. I don't care if you judge me. Like, it's very confident. It's very, very, very high vibrational energy. Of course, not all Libras are going to be like that. You know, it's something that people are working towards. And again, it doesn't have to be Libra, but that's, it was an old reading that really kind of like, I really enjoyed that reading. So, it's like the gem. This is your gem, right? It doesn't even have to be, I mean, it is a person. I'm asking for a person you're going to meet. Maybe this is a person who's going to enable the miracle. Maybe it's somebody who you're going to work with in some way. But it's like they're your true gem and they let their true colours show. And they're very individual with that unicorn there. And they're like, basically, it's like an angel in human form is the way it's coming through for me today. Yeah, the judge in reverse, and you've got think first before you judge. It's like you may have even overlooked this person. You may have looked at this person and thought, too good to be true. Like, no, too good to be true. They're hiding something. Like, miracles don't really exist. And it says that you've dropped this person. So it could be that you've literally like dropped a friend. You've turned your back on somebody. You've judged someone too harshly, too unfair. You've judged someone unfairly. This is your story, but they're like a true gem. The box in the reverse as well. Okay, so this is your story, this is your journey, this is your like literally your fairy tale journey, right? You know, people, you've got the start of the story, the middle of the story where they learn the lessons, and the end of the story where they have the happy ending. So this is the middle of the story for you. This is what the story is all about. Where's the book for this? Okay, somebody else had the judge as well. I can't think who it was though. Yeah, don't judge. Very strong message here. Don't judge yourself or other people too harshly. I'm just going to read in. It came out upside down. So, when dark, critical, Virgo. Oh, honestly, like that's the thing. Like I say, I've got loads of friends and loads of Virgos in my life who I love and who are so kind to me and so nurturing and so accepting of my weirdness, right? And the thing that spoils it, the thing that I find really difficult with Virgos is that they are so prone to criticism. And I read something, again, it might have been on Astrology Cafe, or it might have been in this book here. Yeah, I think it was in this book here. What was that? Just a bit of muck on it. It's an old book, I've had it for ages. Sun Signs by Linda Goodman. If you read the description of Virgo in there. And it says at one point, Virgos are very, very critical, but they criticize because they love you. This is how Virgos show love. They want you to be a better person, so they criticize you. It's like, I'm sorry, they're showing me, when I was training people for a place I used to work at, I used to, I call it the feedback sandwich. A Virgo I know calls it sorry, swear warning. A Virgo I know calls it the shit sandwich. And it's like when you have to deliver feedback, but it's critical feedback, right? It's designed to be improvement. So it's like, right, okay, you did that task. I'm reviewing that task. My Virgo friends may go in because they're trying to be very, very, they're trying to make someone better. They see it as they're trying to make someone better. So they'll go, oh, you did that wrong. Let me show you how you do it properly. and that's not always the best way, especially if you're dealing with children. So a good way to do it, and it's not going to be all Virgos who do this, right? It's a learning lesson. Some Virgos are going to be better at this than others. I'm going to swear again. The shit sandwich is you have bread, you have the filling, and you have bread. So the bread symbolizes a compliment, something really good. You slide in the feedback in between the two pieces of bread. So it's like, oh, I love how enthusiastic you were about that. We really need more enthusiasm in the workplace. Next time you do something, perhaps you could work on this and try and improve this. But I love how well you did this other thing. So it softens the blow. It softens the blow. It's not so harsh. So again, I feel like you've really judged someone harshly or delivered my video cut out, or you've delivered some kind of like feedback or like criticism, but somebody's you've hurt someone, I feel. Virgo. Critical, punishing, unforgiving, wall building. And I said the theme of that thing was forgiveness, right? Don't put up walls, build bridges, Virgo. Don't Donald Trump this. We don't need walls here. Again, political opinions aside, I was making a joke. The critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of the self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. It is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from the other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes. I said that, right? You do accessibility for other people. Standing up for the underdog. Yeah, absolutely. That's a very Virgo thing to do. Providing resources for those in need and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. So you have something here where you, in the upright, and this is upright and reverse, it's both your energy, right? You're aiming for the upright. You want to avoid the reverse. The reverse is harsh judgment, putting up walls, putting up barriers, having a lot of fear, criticizing. So you want to move away from that energy. This is your journey, right? Your fairy tale journey, moving away from being critical and moving towards acceptance of others, supporting the underdog, making things more accessible for people, working as part of a team, sharing the workload, equal give and take, right? That's what you're aiming for. Don't judge yourself or others too harshly. I feel like you may need to forgive somebody. That might be what you need to communicate. You may need to say sorry to somebody for judging them too harshly, even if it's like someone who's passed over and you just have to say sorry to the darkness, right? It's a release for you, right? There's no point holding on to resentment. It doesn't do anyone any good. Learn your lessons. It's like if somebody borrows money from you and they never pay you back, it's like you don't have to be like, I'm never talking to that person again. Just be like, all right, something in their nature means that they're really bad with money and I can't trust them to pay me back. So I'll carry on being the friend, but if they ask me for money, I'm going to be like, no, I've learnt my lesson, mate. Like, you didn't pay me back the past 100 times. Like, I love you, no hard feelings, but when you pay me back for all the other times I've lent you money, then, you don't have to be horrible about it, is what I'm trying to say. Accept that is a fault of that person. Maybe it's part of their nature. Maybe it's something that they struggle with. Okay, you don't have to judge too harshly. The box. It's funny because I was talking about the naughty box today. The cage, the rules, the norm. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at our most unconscious levels. It is built of layer upon layer of social constructs and pressures. Again, worrying about what other people think of you, worrying about how other people are going to judge you, right? You're judging yourself before giving other people a chance to judge you. It's like, I have to be perfect so other people can't judge me badly. Like, stop it. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. You're wasting too much energy in that. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going, break through, and exquisite life requires it. When light, structure, order, coherence, and logic, but when dark, limitation, rigidity, judgment, and fear. Right? Judgment and fear. So, judgment and fear are key themes here for you to overcome. Release judgment, release criticism, promote acceptance, both from yourself and from others, and like literally this person here is coming in like a miracle. They are coming in like this unbelievable dream with this true heart, like this gorgeous radiating heart, and like they're shining their quirkiness. They've embraced their quirkiness, they've embraced their weirdness, and it's like they're shining it out to the world. Like they're singing it. They're like, look how weird and special I am. And you could be sat there going, that person's really weird. Like, I don't want to be their friend. When actually they're here to teach you this lesson that you can do this too. Like, value weirdness, value individualism, value the quirky and the special, right? There's something brilliant about it. So I'm going to write true colours down for you. Cyndi Lauper. From one Cindy to another. Right, okay, so yeah, we've got plenty of time left. Tell me more about Virgo. This thing about judgment. Why okay. This is something you're working on. Again, I'm talking about things nobody's born perfect, right? We all have this soul journey to go on as part of our life. Every time we fall down, we pick ourselves up, we dust ourselves off, we've learned a lesson. So the Eight of Pentacles here symbolizes becoming an expert at something, doing something over and over and over and over and over again until you've perfected it. So you are aiming for perfection here. I was talking about the stepping stones in the garden, like taking it one step at a time. So also about having dreams, believing in miracles, believing in the impossible. So having some sort of goal, hope, dream, wish, having some kind of something that you've idealized, some kind of, it could be like a perfect life, a perfect job, something you want to do or have. And you're taking these baby steps towards it. It's not going to happen overnight. It requires work and effort, right? The Seven of Pentacles that I pulled out, it literally talks about putting the effort in to get the rewards. If you don't put in any effort, you're not going to get any rewards. So literally it's like planting seeds, and there's this sense of time in it as well, and expectation. So don't expect to plant seeds and to have a beanstalk grow overnight. It's not really how things work, at least in this situation for you. So maybe you're Virgo and the beanstalk. You've got to plant the seeds, you've got to tend to the seeds, and you're brilliant at this because you're an earth sign. You're good at you're the sustainer, you help things grow, you nurture. That's your strength. So keep nurturing yourself. And understand that good things take time. They give me the Guinness advert of all things. It goes, this is a second Irish reference as well. It's like tick tock, and it's all these black horses like running out of the sea. It's like good things come to those who wait. And it's all to do with, like, again, I'm not affiliated with Guinness in any way. This is not an ad. Please drink responsibly. But it's all to do with, like, Guinness is a drink that the slower you pour it, the better it comes out. Again, I grew up in a pub, so a good Guinness, like, you pour it slowly and then you sit it and you leave it to settle, and it kind of like, it has all the clouds in it. Again, not promoting Guinness here, but it's good advertising. Wait, why did I put that away? Did I just put that away? Why did I put it away? That must mean something. Maybe this is something you need to, okay, I understand. It's something you need to do the groundwork of, right? Set the groundwork for something and leave it. So it might be an investment, right? It might be putting money away every month. because you want to go on holiday. So you put a little bit of money away every month into some kind of ISA or investment account, and it pays back a little bit, but it matures over time. So there's a sense of something maturing over time. It could be you could be maturing over time. You know, maybe you get better with age. I don't know. Some people do. The gem, unicorn. Tell me about this person that Virgo is going to meet on their journey. The Chariot, that's Cancerian energy, but you've got 2 horses, which gives me Sagittarius. And not speaking the truth here, or not seeing the truth. It's funny, it's like that unicorn there, that unicorn horn is almost like that's the sword. So the Chariot card talks about, it can mean success, victory, right? The Chariot in the Victory Parade in Rome. It can talk about the need to make a decision, the need to make a choice. Like usually, symbolically, there's a black horse and a white horse, or a sphinx, or whatever it is on the card, which talks about making a choice or being pulled in 2 different directions. The way I see the Chariot card is you don't have to have black or white. You don't have to see things in black or white. You don't have to judge, is this a bad person or is this a good person? Everybody has a mix of good and bad inside them. Everybody has good strengths and weaknesses. So it's about changing your mindset. And maybe this is something this person does very well. There's something to do with this person changing your mindset and allowing you to see the grey areas. Not having a very... it's like you're thinking inside the box. Like it's like part of your nature and part of the way that you've been raised is to think inside some kind of box. It's like looking on social media and seeing what everybody else says is the perfect life, but you're not thinking about what you want. Like you're like all the good stuff, all these rainbow colors, like the gem there, which symbolizes happiness or healing or lots of good things, individuality. It's all outside the box. So you need to change your perspective and not see in black and white, but bring 2 conflicting things together. And that's when you can move forward. If the horses are trying to pull in different directions, you can't really move very effectively. So you need to bring 2 sides together. Or this person's very good. Could be Libra. They are the diplomat of the tarot. They bring they talk to both sides, bring 2 sides together in order to move forward. But the Chariot card is fast action. It's like it's go time, fast action, fast moving forward. There's no stopping me kind of energy. So once you get your thoughts in order, once you are able to see the duality in a situation, this fast moving forward. But with the sword pointing down, it's like there's no clarity here, there's no truth. I feel like this person possibly, it's interesting, they've got the sun and moon again shown on this. Sun and moon, light and dark. There's a lot of duality in this reading. So this person, they want to take action, but it could be that a truth needs to be spoken, or somebody's not seeing something clearly. With the Ace of Swords pointing up, sometimes it can be like a sudden realization, clear thought, the need to take action. But here it's like there's no clarity, there's no truth in the situation. This kind of infinity symbol with all these colours is like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to pull more on that. Just give me a second, actually. Hierophant's on the bottom there, by the way. Sorry about that. A Virgo came bearing gifts for me. Yeah, literally, like the Virgos look after me. Thank you, Virgos of the world. Yeah, I'm your oddball that you have to look after. Make sure I don't mess up. All right, okay. Okay, let's go. So tell me more about the Judge and the Box. This is your journey, by the way, Virgo. This is your journey. The Judge in the Box. In the box. Oh, something's not ending here. The Ten of Swords in the upright is a painful ending. It's this Julius Caesar card. It's the feeling of being stabbed in the back. Very painful imagery on this on this card. There's something that's not ending here. It's like it's funny again, like if you go and watch that reading, that like I had the coffin card and the death card in reverse, it feels like the same kind of energy. Mother of Swords there. So the Mother of Swords sees very clearly. Again, the sword is pointing down, but here the swords are pointing up. So again, it says that, what does it say in that book there about the card? 20 something. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? So it's like I feel like you've betrayed someone, you've hurt someone, you stabbed someone in the back, you judged someone too harshly in a situation, but it's not ended. So the Mother of Swords is, this is someone who is very logical, very, very clear thinking, very logical, normally has very open communication. They are strategic. They are an advisor. You can see this, they're represented as an owl on this card. So the owl indicates wisdom, higher knowledge, somebody who can give you advice. Could be an air sign. So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But the Mother of Swords can indicate, usually the sword is pointing up. Normally the mothers, the queens of the tarot, they are very open. So this would indicate somebody who has very open communication, who has, yeah, they're going to tell you what they think, and they might be a little bit harsh about it, but they're very honest. Very, very, the Mother of Swords, very honest. But with the swords pointing down twice, there's something going on here where there's something not being communicated. But it's not dishonest, though. Just to clarify, the Mother of Swords in the reverse would indicate someone who lies, someone who manipulates with words, someone who hurts with words. The words sting. They are spiteful with the words. But the Mother of Swords here is somebody who should be communicating or taking action, but they're not. They're holding back. Yeah, should be taking action, not communicating. So tell me about the Eight of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles for Virgo. 10 of Coins into the Ace of Coins, and the Hangman into Death. I feel like this is kind of like your negative thinking here. It's interesting, it says equality now here. So again, rooting for the underdog, seeing people who supporting people who can't speak up for themselves in some kind of way. Again, maybe this is somebody who you need to help, you need to support them, you need to help them speak and communicate something that they feel like they have to hold back on, because perhaps you have judged them too harshly. It could be that you cut someone out unfairly, but it's showing here as not quite finished. It could be that you're holding on to resentments. It could be that you need to forgive somebody in order to be able to move on. Something's not wrapping up here. The 10 of Coins talks about everything you could need on a tangible level shared with other people. So it's about wanting that, wanting the workplace where you have the equal division of labour, wanting to build with other people, wanting to be somewhere. It could be your house, your home, your foundations, wanting to feel like you have solid foundations, wanting to feel like there's a fair outcome here. But then it goes into the Ace of Pentacles, which talks about starting again, building anew. So it's like you've achieved something, but you want to achieve something else here. Like the Ace of Pentacles is gonna, those stepping stones is gonna lead up to the 10 of Pentacles, which is abundance. You know, hard work, time, effort, putting in that hard work, laying those firm foundations leads you to success, and then new opportunities come towards you. So you've got this Aquarian energy here with this hangman leading into Scorpionic energy with death. So it's like, it looks like the Wicker Man, right? The hangman, though, talks about seeing things from a different perspective, which is what you're being told to do, right? You've been judging too harshly. You need to look at it from a different perspective. You need to think outside the box. So this card literally says, like, hold back, look at things from another angle. You're not quite seeing everything clearly here. So it could be that you see something as dead, done, buried, ended, but it's not. There's an opportunity here to either revive it or to release it. But you need to see things clearly. You need to take time to get a clear understanding, to see the bigger picture, to think outside the box, to not come from a situation from within your box, which is confined thought, how you've been told to judge others. So tell me more about the unicorn, please, immediately. The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Here we go. So this is this person. The Knight of Swords takes action. They communicate. They go rushing in. So literally, like this, like it's like the Knight of Swords, the horse and the sword, the unicorn with this. It's like this person is the Knight of Swords. With this person, there's something to do with maturing of communication. This may be somebody who literally has communication issues, who can't communicate clearly. You can see he's kind of scratching stuff into the stone there to kind of it's almost like this person speaks a different language. Look at all the horses. Could definitely be dealing with a Sagittarius. This person could literally be a teacher. You know, I think that was up there with the Archangel Gabriel card. Yeah, this person, if they're not a teacher, they're showing us having someone with a lot of knowledge that they can share. They can teach you something. But I feel like something about the way that you judge means that this person's shut down and they're not communicating. It's almost like because you hurt them in the past, or because they hurt you in the past, they're holding back. If it's not somebody in the past, it's somebody who you're going to meet on your journey in the future. So just make sure you don't judge them too harshly or unfairly. You know, don't think in black and white here. It's like seeing things as like angels and demons, and that's not what humans are like. We're not angels, we're not demons. We're a mix of both. We've got the capacity for good and bad. So this grey area in between that you haven't considered, or you're not going to consider in a situation. So tell me about the Ten of Swords in reverse, please. Which way, please? No, you're not being clear. Which way? The Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. So there's something to do here with passion. Again, there's a sense of learning, studying, education. There's something here to do with the Page of Wands is somebody who's learning about passion. They're learning about things that they feel passionate about, creativity, romance, ideas, the things that make it's like this person's been working out, or you could have been working out what makes you passionate. The Knight of Wands, so the page leads into the Knight. The Knight of Wands is somebody who takes action, who's very impulsive. They act on their impulses. They go rushing into situations and then rushing back out again. You know, in the tarot, in a love reading, this would be somebody who's a player. So you've judged someone harshly, like someone's learning in this area, and you've judged them too harshly. Tell me about the Mother of Swords. The Lovers in reverse. The Chariot into the Lovers. Could be something to do with a third-party situation. Again, it's almost like Julius Caesar again. Something to do with children. The Lovers is a choice, making a choice in love. You could feel like you've chosen the wrong person, or you missed out on a choice in love. You thought, I want my ideal person. You're not my ideal person. I'm going to let go of this connection. You know, this person's presenting as too cold. This person's not communicating with me. I think this person's got someone else on the side. But it's coming through that you've judged someone very unfairly. You're not seeing the grey areas. You're seeing things in black and white, and the situation's more complicated than that. The Chariot in reverse is inaction, things grinding to a halt. No victory, stuck in indecision. The Lovers in reverse is not choosing love. The Magician, there you are, Magician and the High Priestess, manifesting something. Okay, so let's get the advice then. I'm actually, I'm going to put them back in, just so you can see me doing this. The garden there may be children involved in this situation. You may be thinking about childhood. Okay. What else does Virgo need to know? Can you help Virgo with this situation? There's a lot you need to know. You've got a lot of learning to do. The lightning bolt. That's like the Tower moment. Uriel and the Sphinx. Funny that I mentioned Moses, right? The Divine Physician. That's like Jesus. It just is. And Caught in the Runes. Okay. It's like it feels like self-sabotage, Virgo. Okay, I'm going to stop and restart to squeeze a few extra minutes out so I don't have to rush. Again, Seven of Pentacles, good things take time, right? Okay, I've got 6 minutes. Uriel and the Sphinx. The Archangel Uriel stands before the Sphinx under a full moon. The Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king, showing authority and intelligence. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the enigmatic and inscrutable, the silent holder of truth, the ancient mysteries of the world. Here the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. The card shows that it's time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work of your life, the digging and inner discovery that take you to your deepest self and your deepest power. Even the Great Sphinx has to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sand that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories. You may have to dig away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. Something to do with your dad there, the father in reverse. But don't worry, or a father figure. But don't worry, you have begun already and you've made considerable inroads. There is also someone here to help you, Uriel. His name means Fire of God. You can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation and guidance. Also, be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, I said that, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quest. There is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Come on, Archangel Gabriel. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is work that leads you to your initiation and to your higher power. Sense the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy to you. Take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them, you can blast away the old and create a new life in every moment. Okay, number 6. These are all basically my major arcana as well, by the way, in this deck. It's an oracle deck, but you've got the sort of major arcana cards of this deck. You've not got these, you know, the roses and things that would be like the swords of pentacles. You've got the strong energy here. The Divine Physician. The Divine Physician stands before a well, carrying a jug of healing water, again could be dealing with an Aquarius, and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the Caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing. Called Dian Ket by the Celts, he made the mortally wounded rise again. Oh my god, please go and watch that life and death reading. Through his incantations of sacred words. This powerful, eternal healing spirit walks with you at this time. Like here, it's like something not ending, like it's not dead. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There is a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open, he or she is coming. It's this unicorn, I guess. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. I said that. Remember that word and thought, belief and feeling are key components in healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the Divine Physician's medical bag, so make sure they are a part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant joy can bring well-being to all. Sense the Divine Physician as he steps in front of you and pours the light and energy of perfect healing into you. Close your eyes and feel the radiant warmth of joyful health and well-being. Own the harmony and strength that fills you. Caught in the ruins. In the ruins of a medieval castle, there is an old prison. The bars are still intact, but there is no roof over the room, and vines grow over the stones. A man and woman are inside, seated on old stools. A beautiful green forest grows to the left, while the castle ruins extend to the right. This card shows a dark or difficult situation that seems to have you trapped. It could be a hurtful, empty relationship, an unhappy or stultifying job, a behaviour or an actual addiction, or even a negative, sabotaging belief system. That's what I said. Negative sabotaging belief system. That's what you've got. That's what this is. It's like self-sabotage. You're not letting your miracles come in because you don't believe you can have them. You don't believe that they're real. It has held you captive for some time and may even have begun in some past life. But there is a way out, or there always has been. It just takes some effort and determination on your part, seeing things from a different angle, which leads to the ending, right? Even if these limiting situations and actions are strong, they are self-imposed. The courage and strength required to change lie within you. You must change each faulty belief and every God, it's so key to the reading. You must change every faulty belief and every sabotaging choice as they happen. If you do nothing, you'll perpetuate your attachment to this dark situation. Like the crumbling castle, negative choices could stand for a long time to come. Don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. You have the power to climb out now. Okay, nearly done. Think of the one thing in your life that holds you back and sabotages your success and joy. It may feel like a dark prison, but you already have the key. Fill yourself up with love and self-honouring and see yourself taking your next step to freedom. I can't believe it. The reading ends as it begun with that next step, right? The stepping stones. Seeing the step in front of you. Take the next step to freedom. It may be that you have to communicate something with all the swords pointing down and with Archangel Gabriel showing up in your reading, and I'm about to run out of time, so best of luck. Do take care. I really do want what's best for you, Virgo. I want everybody to have what's best for them, so take care, share it with friends, leave a like if you like, all that business, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.